right, 3, 2, and 1. All right, everyone, welcome back to Automotive Anatomy. Today we have Hector and Bolo. Obviously, we're gonna talk about your car in a little bit, but just want to say thank you, man, for allowing us to come to your space. And yeah, man, tell us where we at. I mean, we're in Honda heaven, I think.
Yeah, man, we're in San Marcos, California.
Okay.
Where you don't see many of these cars in the street, and that's because they're all right here, man.
It seems like you may or may not have a hoarding problem. But all right, man, so tell us like a little bit about yourself. Like, how long did you start the shop? Like, I mean, do you specialize in Hondas specifically?
Always specialize is Hondas and Acuras, 90s
Okay.
cars mainly. We keep them alive. That's literally our job. From stock rebuilds to performance. We just decided that we wanted to get into them. And when I first started, it was kind of like the struggling rapper that I was like, babe, it's gonna happen, like we're gonna do this for a living. And at that time it was so saturated, but now it's came to a time where there's not a lot of shops out there. There is some, but not as many as there used to.
So like it flipped.
Yeah, it flipped. Yeah.
And what year did you start?
I started doing this in about 2000 and for myself in about 2013.
Okay.
Yeah, that's when I started
It's been
doing
a bit.
Yeah, it's been a while already. Before that, I was just a street racer like everybody else. Man,
Allegedly, in Mexico?
Yeah,
In Mexico.
In Mexico.
In Mexico. Yeah, my street racing tickets didn't say Mexico, but yeah, it was.
Damn.
Yeah,
This
so
is a big space, man. So you've definitely come up a lot. you know?
Yeah, man. We originally were actually mobile mechanics, dude.
Oh.
So
no way.
we would roll up, like I remember I bought a '99 CRV, and I had all my tools in the back. And dude, I felt like I made it already. I had my logo in the bag, my phone number, and I would pull up on people and I would do their swaps at their house, like no cherry picker, just do it old school, pick up the car high enough, slide it under,
Drag the
like that's
motor.
how we were, man, and eventually, stepping stones, just like everybody, that was one of our stepping stones. It's being mobile. We started meeting people, and then no drama, don't start nothing, and just be cool with everybody.
Yeah.
And eventually, this is where it came.
Yeah, this is cool, man. So
Yeah.
like, if again, thank you for allowing us to come to your space. So obviously, you say you just focus on Hondas,
Literally, yeah.
and it seems like, I mean, I see a couple B series, but obviously the way's here. I don't know how you feel, but I know how I feel about K's.
B is still king to me, man.
Okay, cool.
I'm
He's an
still
OG
a B
one.
guy.
Okay, he's an OG one.
Yeah,
But obviously you have to go with the tech, right? And where things are moving to.
Yeah. So we actually like the K series. It's such a beautiful engine in my eyes, just because it's so efficient, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the B series. It's a strong engine, strong transmission. But like the old saying says, there's no replacement for displacement. So that's where the K comes in.
Gotcha.
From the factory, it's got roller rockers. From the factory, it's got a nice stroke. From the factory, it's got a big bore. So even a stock engine, like you're making big power, dude. And obviously, whenever you start building an engine, reliability goes down. So to make a B series do 220, 230, you got to bump the compression. You got to do.
It's like fully built at that point.
Yeah, man. And these you put bolt-ons, and it's 220.
Reliable.
Yeah, so there you go, 220 horsepower, and it's an everyday car. And now because of hybrid racing, because of all the companies that are out there making the swap parts, you can put AC, you can put power steering on them, everything. So that's a cool part
The
about
comfort
Case.
creatures, yeah.
And then you got people like Bolo,
Who doesn't know how to 1,000 horsepower per
3,000
cylinder.
horsepower all motor, But no, it's
Just 2,000.
yeah. With Bolo setup,
On low boost.
yeah, with Bolo's car, it was more like let's push the limits to a street car.
Gotcha.
And I always get that one guy that wants to push the limits to a street car.
Hey,
That one guy.
That one guy.
Isn't it usually the other way around, where like the builder wants just crank it up a little bit more, and the owner's like no.
Yeah, usually in this instance it was backwards. I was like, Bolo, this is too much, man.
I'm dyslexic.
I love taking your money, Bolo.
Yeah.
You'll be back next month.
You
Don't
know
do
what I
it.
mean?
Nah,
Yeah.
I'll be back.
That's what I tell people, that I'm the worst salesman for real, because I'm always telling people, you don't need to spend that money. You need to do this. Instead of spending $2,000 here, put that money towards something else. By the way, your suspension's clapped out. Why don't you get some coilovers? That's what, that's usually what it is. Like, I'll tell people that come in and want to do something like this. It's like, dude, you have so many other things that could make. You can get an alignment, dude, and some tires, and your car can go straight. You know? Like legitly, you know.
Yeah.
And then and then we have stuff like this that.
Yeah. So I was gonna ask you. So what do you guys you guys do from simple brake job to everything?
Yeah. As long as it's as long as it's a '90s car. I mean, you know that old saying, like that guy that everybody knew the guy that it was good with a carburetor.
Can't remember.
Yeah. Well, so and like mechanics, the carburetors were a thing, and then the fuel injected came in. So the new mechanics were like, "Oh, I don't work on carburetors, sorry." So they would throw the cars away, or not throw the cars away, but push them away.
Yeah.
So now our neighboring shops, whenever a car 98 or older that's a Honda and Acura, they're like, "Here's Lozano's car."
So your new carburetor.
Yeah, the new carburetor is the distributor,
and we welcome it.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Distributor D and B series.
Yeah, and then these cars you can't hook up to a scanner,
Right.
So they can't tell. They can't. The car's not going to tell you this is what's wrong. And
that's
like
where it hurts.
Exactly, yeah. And most mechanics, they want to hook up to a scanner. They want to make sure everything, like, oh, let me look at everything. With these cars, you can't.
Reset the computer and it's
exactly,
fixed.
Yeah.
Charge $8,000.
Yeah, there you go.
Gotcha. So that's cool. You guys are keeping these '90s legends alive.
Yeah, like this is a 4-door GSR right here, and they came into pretty much had no motor in it, so we sourced the OEM GSR for them. Just freshened it up. And then after that they want to do some engine bake work and everything. But this is a 4-door GSR with Type R front end, But
do you guys have shop cars that you guys maybe do like some type of drag or circuit racing or anything?
So because I've been so focused on my business for the past probably say 7 years.
Yeah.
Because it's a hard industry.
Yeah.
I can
only imagine.
very
just
hard.
to even find a space.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean we lucked out with this because the zoning was here. Most of the time when you start a business, especially with Hondas, you don't realize what it is with the automotive industry because dude, the city will roll up, kick you out.
Oh yeah.
You have to have your hazardous waste permits. Like here.
Okay, so you guys mess with anything, B, H, K.
Everything, man. Even like the H's, we have a big following with H's because everybody's scared of the H for whatever reason.
It's getting pricey, man.
Yeah, no, it's when you
if you know
rebuild it, yeah.
where to get things and you know how to build it, yes, but it's getting pricey. But
everything's getting pricey.
I mean, B20s used to be what, like $600 for everything.
Yeah,
wanted them.
Yeah, 60. Well, K24s I used to get them for $700, $650.
Days are gone.
Now it's $1,100.
Hey, $1,100 is still a pretty decent deal.
Yeah, and then obviously let's go take you over here, man. So we have 8 lifts. We try to we obviously everything that comes in is for the most part usually a little longer project. The rebuilds obviously take a little longer, but we do sell packages for everybody, so we try to keep it ready to go. But sometimes time gets the best of us.
Gotcha.
But yeah, this right here is our engine room. This is where I spend most of my time.
So all those engines back there are not even.
No, those are just yeah. So yeah.
I thought that was the engine room on the side of the.
No. So don't mind my mess. Right now it's messy, but.
Any mechanic out there is like, "What do you mean a mess? This is super clean, man."
To me, this is very disorganized. We've had a.
They're driving your car now.
That's my son over there.
That's his son's.
Oh man.
Yeah, so right now we actually just did a video with this company called Schaefer's Oil.
Okay.
These guys right here, just because
Nope.
Yeah, you guys got to stay tuned for that one because we started putting K24s in off-road cars now.
Okay.
So I think they're a little too late. They're a little late, but they should have been doing it like 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Well. But yeah, but now we're putting them in those cars, and the terrain that they're in, it's insane, man. Like it's a learning. It was a learning curve for me for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, but.
So that's a different adventure now.
Yeah, it's a different. Yeah, so we ventured off to that, but it's just the engines, which is good because then I'd have a bunch of fucking off-road cars. I don't want off-road cars here.
They're big.
Yeah, I'll just give them the engines. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But yeah, we do a little bit. This right here is a B16A2. It's just a OEM EM1 that just a stock rebuild.
And you guys don't do any anything with the block. You just build. You guys don't shave or.
So we
machining.
So machining. We have our trusted sources that we go
good.
with. And then just like for the sleeving, we have our trusted sources. So like that one. And for the H22s, the trick is to re-sleeve them with some Darton sleeves. That way yeah, it's a trick. Keep them living forever, man. H22s and the F20s, the AP1s, AP2s, you got to re-sleeve them with some Darton sleeve liners, and And that's the only way to rebuild
That's
them.
what it is.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that's what it is. Yeah. And we try to keep heads available, you know, that way we can just move a little faster. Cranks, as you can see, you know.
It's cranking up in that
Yeah,
corner.
there you go. For all the people, the purists, there's like 6 Type R cranks in there.
We're looking at the $30,000
Right? That's a $30,000 corner over there.
I mean, everything though, you know, the B series are just going up in value like crazy. I really like the space though, man. I really like how it really is really clean. I know obviously you're like, oh, it's dirty, but it's really clean away from that. And then this in itself has its own, because here it has a different smell than there.
Yeah.
I love either one, you know, but this is super rad, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
I mean, it takes time to grow, right? And that, like, this is a new adventure that you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's a whole different thing.
Yeah, well, this we have fabricators here that they're called Goon's Garage.
Okay.
And they do all the fabbing right here for us. So like, you know, they're coming up as well. So I was like, you know what, I got an extra lift I can give them. So they're right here, and anything that has to be welded, they take care of it.
Right here. Yeah.
You know, I don't have to go put the car in a trailer and go somewhere else to get
That's smart. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Networking. You know? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but
man.
And then some of these engines over here, yeah, it's a little bit of everything everywhere, man. And then for the transmission rebuilds, if it's just like a small rebuild that I'm just, you know, inspecting or checking, that we take care of that.
Mm-hmm.
If it's anything big, we just source it out, you know. Some of the parts are hard to get now, you know. So, but yeah, some of these builds are just cars that are waiting right now, or we're waiting for parts, or we're waiting, you know, whatever the case is.
I see a lot of Type R's, man.
Yeah, there's
are they just putting stickers on the Integra? Are they real Type R's or what?
Well, this one right here is actually.
Because Bolo put a Type R sticker on his car.
Yeah, Bolo's lying. Yeah, that motherfucker doesn't even know what kind of car it is.
He kept calling it an Accord. You know? Like, what?
Yeah, no, this one's a right-hand drive Type R. I wish I could bring it down for you. Super clean inside too. Yeah.
What is he getting done?
He's gonna go with a K.
Oh,
so everybody's going
blasphemy.
Yeah,
Blasphemy.
That's what I say, man. I'm like, dude, I can get you a B18C. We can, you know.
He's like, no.
Yeah, but I'm gonna make like 160 horsepower. I don't want that. I was like, that's not the point, man.
That's exactly the point, man. Yeah, so you got so many different clean cars, man.
Yeah, man.
Another K or what?
No, this one.
You talked him out of it.
Yeah, hell yeah. Here, let me bring it down for you.
And he's like, nah, give me a K. He's like, nah, you're good.
This is actually one of my good friends. His name's Fig. So this one is the old school LSV Tech Turbo, you know, type of thing. But the problem with CRX is, like every CRX owner knows, is that there's no room in the CRX, dude. In the any EF, there's no room.
Right.
So when somebody with an EF comes and tells me they want to boost it, I'm like, dude, there's already no room. But yeah, if anybody,
just go K at that point, right?
No, there's no room. Not even for a K. So this is my friend Figs. He likes to be flashy, you know. So.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, this is sorry, we're doing the battery.
A little bit of power and performance and show.
Yeah, man. So you know, he likes to have the shiny stuff, but you know, Go AutoWorks has a nice little header for the turbo manifold. So you know, we got the intercooler here, but if you see the front bumper on, to me that's a flex. Anytime I see any CRX or EF that's boosted with a bumper on, I'm like, bro, that's a flex. Because there's no room in there, you know. You gotta run the small ass radiator, you know.
That's a small radiator.
Yeah.
There's half a radiator, and then there's this. That's crazy, man. It's really clean.
Yeah.
And you guys just do mechanical and electrical, right? You guys don't mess with body and.
No, the only thing we don't do is body. Like for the engine bay, like this car, one of our friends painted it for us. Like I said earlier, you know, like because of the shop, you end up meeting people.
Yeah, for sure.
So. Yeah, we have a friend that paints, so anytime we have to send it out to paint, put it on the trailer, take it get painted. All we take care of is the install, the engine building, transmission, and then the tuning. We have, you know, multiple tuners. We try to keep a list of tuners. That way when people come in, you know, we give them a choice. I was like, this is our list of tuners that we trust, man.
Yeah.
Whoever's closer to you, we can set you up with them, you know.
God, man, this thing's clean.
It is.
Jeez.
Yep. Just like my taillight said, I'm about to show his son in a couple minutes.
You're gonna sell him, man. So you say you're in San Marcos?
Yeah, this San Marcos.
This San Marcos.
So yeah, we're what I like about this location is that we're next to the 15 and the 5. So you know, so people from San Diego like Bolo, that even though they don't want to come up here, they'll come up here. You know, and then I got people from LA that you know, or San Jacinto area, like that.
They're coming up here now since I got the highest K all motor record street car, you know.
Yeah.
I gotta represent, you know, for San Diego, you know.
Yeah, Bolo's the guy putting San Diego on the map right now.
You know, it's just 300 all motor, nothing crazy.
I think it's because he has a unique build. You know, that build that Bolo has is very, very unique.
What do I got? Heavy foot syndrome.
I forgot. It's insane, man. Working shop, be patient, right? Because there's so much stuff going on.
Yeah, there's always stuff going on. You know, like you know, the biggest part for us, like I said, you know, overhead is big. You know, like to keep something like this, you always have to be hustling, and you know, so that's one of the things is that a lot of times projects take a little longer just because you know we have to take care of bills first too. You know.
Of course.
But when they're done, they look really, really nice.
And obviously they perform. I mean, I got a little taste of that.
Yeah.
That's scary, man. It's very well done.
Look at this gem right here. You got to see this one. This is for all the other EF guys. There's a B17 full swap.
Oh, okay.
You know, you don't see this anymore. You know, it's got the ECU and everything. But that came out of a 92 GSR DA.
DA.
Yeah. There's a story behind this one.
DB, right? Technically.
Yeah.
DB2, I think.
Yeah, DB2.
Whatever, yeah. There's so many codes, but yeah, DB2.
Yeah, this one was actually for sale in San Jose. It was like a 9-hour drive.
Like Northern California.
Yeah, dude. So it was like, you know, it was like 10 in the morning, and I was like, you know, when Facebook just throws it at you, Facebook Market. You know, you ever been on there and Facebook Market?
Not in San Jose, bro.
No,
in my area.
No,
I put a 40-mile radius.
Oh no, I keep that radius big.
Nationwide.
Nah, I keep that radius big, man. No, you know, sometimes, you know, Facebook Market does you dirty, and they're like, oh, check this shit out. And you're like, I need to get this right now, you know.
It's cool though because you can pick up something that even if it needs work, you're gonna tear apart.
Correct, yeah. So this one was actually a crash car. And,
Oh.
you know, I saw the ad and I told my wife, I was like, I think we're going to go to San Jose today. She's
Oh,
like,
nice.
She's like, where's San Jose?
It's a restaurant when I go visit.
Yeah.
No, not for that.
You know, so I was like, I don't know where it's at,
It's down
but
the street.
yeah, don't worry about it, babe. Yeah.
Yeah, this is cool, man. I'm sure you're also living out your dream as well, you know? Like,
Oh, well, yeah, man. You know, it's, to me, it's, you know, if you do what you like, you know, then you don't
never work a day in your life?
Yeah, no, yeah. It's still stressful, but at the end of the day, when I see my friends that are coming back from jobs they don't like, I'm like, fuck. I like my job.
It could be worse.
Yeah, I like my job. It's cool. Yeah. You know, and then like I said, I get to meet really cool people from all over the place, you know.
Now you get to, you know, build cool toys. What do you got yourself?
So I have a 99 Civic that I've had probably for the past 15 years.
Dope.
And
Hatch, coupe?
it's a sedan. I'm
Oh.
a sedan guy. I don't know why. I just like sedans. And I have like 3 different motors for it, but I just don't put them in. You know, I have a K.
What a flex, bro.
Right. I have a K, and then I have a B16 turbo, and well, because parts come, man, you know, and they're like, oh, I'll just put this to the side.
Take out the turbo.
Yeah, I, just, you know, I buy cars sometimes and part them out.
ITV setup was
Yeah,
out for
you know,
Bolo.
yeah.
I get you.
You know, but that's the problem when you do this for a living that you don't know what the hell to do.
That's too
You
much.
know, it's too much. It's
You can
like,
do it all.
Yeah, and it's like,
But
all
you
right,
just
I'm
don't do
gonna go turbo. And I'm like, dude, but I've never gotten all motor K, so maybe I should do an all motor K. And then I'm like, yeah, but all motor Ks, the transmission's probably not gonna last me. Yeah, maybe I should go back to B.
They're made of glass.
Yeah, and then out of nowhere I have 3 swaps, and I'm like, I don't even know what to do. You know?
Well, if you ever just want to throw them away, let me know.
Yeah,
I'll
I
go
got
pick
you,
them
man.
up.
Yeah.
Does it matter?
Does it-
NA build, not build. You know, these 1.7. Let me know.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, even what are you driving? Accord?
Yeah,
is,
Accords.
Is that what you have?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, now we're even getting to. I remember when I was getting F23s for the Accords for like $600. Now
Not
you can't
anymore?
even find them. 6, man.
I don't know. I'm saying, do you like the new prices though?
I mean,
That's
you know,
what I meant. Like, I don't like where the prices are going. I don't even like where the K prices are going now, man.
I think what it is, it's you got to pay to play type thing, you know. And then because
Clearly, right?
Yeah, because
I paid the cost.
but because of the prices where they're going, it puts a different, I guess you would say, demographic. You know,
100%.
You know, so now instead of little kids running around fucking the cars up like we used to back in the day, you know, now you have adults owning these cars. You know,
Gotcha.
you know, and then once you know, like going K, it's expensive going K, but once you're K,
That's it.
it's not that bad. You know,
You can go supercharged
it's the
turbo,
initial hit that hurts. You know, because just like when you go from D to B, the initial hit hurts,
Mhm.
but then you can buy a transmission if it breaks. You know,
Right.
an ECU or whatever. You know, yeah, but.
Yeah, man. Well, this is great. What are your social media handles?
Lozano Performance Inc.
Okay.
That's our one. And then,
Instagram?
yeah, Instagram. That's the one we use the most, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they can find you on Google, right?
You can find us on Google.
Yeah.
You know, you can put Lozano Performance and we pop up on
Marcos, and then
Google.
you pop up.
Yeah.
Give you guys a call.
Yeah,
And
you can give us a call. We have a phone. You know, sometimes we answer.
we have a phone. He said.
We have a phone.
Literally one phone.
Gotcha. We have 2 phones. We try to answer, but you know, it's just really difficult.
I get you.
You know, sometimes we're deep in something, and you know, if you call us 3 times, just keep calling. We'll answer.
Eventually.
Yeah, most of the times our hands are tied and we can't even pick up the phone.
Man,
But
very clean work, man. This is
Yeah.
really nice. Well, thank you for making the time and just kind of sharing your story and opening up the space for us, because it's to have this space in 2025.
yeah,
It's surreal because again things are getting expensive.
Yeah,
just to
locations,
be able
yeah.
to have a shop, automotive shop, is getting really restricted, and then the clientele, like you mentioned, they're turning into classics, but now a little bit more mature owners,
mature owners. Yeah.
age-wise, maybe not mentally.
Don't judge me.
Don't judge me.
Don't judge
Too
me.
late. But now they're spending heavy money. This ain't like you gotta
Yeah,
pay to
yeah.
play. So
Yeah, I mean they're spending money, but then you know now it's coming to where you know you spend your money and you get something like this.
very
you know?
good quality.
Yeah, good quality. You know, now because people can actually pay their bills for their shops, you know, because of people that are coming in, then you know it's easy. It's better to like they can actually put the work into it. Where
Name?
Thomas.
Thomas. And Hector's your brother?
Yeah.
God damn.
There you go.
Was not expecting this.
Dude.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, it's not bad, dude.
Damn, this thing boogies.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did like 528 on 19 pounds.
28 on 19 pounds? That's low boost, right? That's
Yeah,
low boost on
to,
Hondas.
To me, yeah, I'm good with 19, dude.
One of the things that's low boost, man. And it's like, he always wants 30.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
No.
wild.
No, he's nuts. That's why he's always blowing up. Nah, dude.
What is it? Truth hurts? Is that what they say?
The truth is the ugliest thing.
The ugliest thing.
There
Well,
you
set
go.
you free. What is this? What are we looking at?
Flathead. No. No, basically an LSV turbo. So
So LS.
CSS bottom end, BC rods, Aries pistons, I believe. Yeah, dude. Then the head, stage 2s.
Okay. Nice size
Exhaust
turbo.
and retainers, yeah.
Transmission?
60 I think it's a 62.
Okay.
Could be wrong. And then the transmission is literally a GSR with LSD. Boom.
That's
Simple. Nothing crazy. The clutch, though, it is a twin disc. But it hooks it up. Big
Need it?
time. Yeah, big time. The Exity twin disc.
You do a little bit of spinning, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It spins, but it's like a spin grip. Off
Okay.
a dig, honestly, with these tires, no. It's just Spin City, yeah. But like, say, like on a 3rd gear pull, it'll hit.
That's why it boogies?
Yeah, it bugs.
Man. Do you mind sharing numbers? Oh, you said 5 something, right?
Yeah, yeah. It did like 528.
528.
Yeah. And it's Darden tuned.
And that's good, right? No more?
No. I gotta let the car catch up with the power now. You know what I mean? I gotta get better suspension.
Oh, okay,
At least
cool.
get a mid cage. You know.
Gotcha,
what I mean?
gotcha.
Yeah, make it more stable.
So all of a
'Cause other than
sudden,
that-
500 is not enough for you guys. You guys want 1,000.
Chill.
Am I revealing your secrets right now?
All-wheel drive later? No.
Don't.
Yeah. That'd be crazy.
All-wheel drive is crazy, though.
It is.
It's good. It's good. This is wild, man. I actually like the fact that it's not painted. It's
It
just a
looks
sleeper.
a little sleeper mode, huh?
Yeah. I mean, wash it, but
That's it.
I just met you. I'm already reclining on you, bro.
That's it.
It should be it should be in there.
Thanks, man. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
thanks.